Alright, well, hi, I'm Karen. In this video today, I'm gonna be reviewing this product that I recently saw on e.l.f.'s website. This is their new e.l.f. Rose Gold Sunset palette. And this is one of e.l.f.'s latest palettes. And I wanna say what attracted me to this, of course, was the colors. And I thought it looked bold on the website. And when I received it in the mail, it definitely still looked pretty bold. Minus when I actually swatched it. It didn't swatch as well as it did in this video, which is kind of strange. Maybe I wasn't really rubbing on it enough because I didn't want to leave an imprint, but I was expecting more. But I'm definitely glad I sat down today to like really swatch and test out this palette, because it's actually, for e.l.f.'s formula, it's actually pretty pigmented. And if you know what I mean, like e.l.f. doesn't perform like ColourPop, and ColourPop doesn't perform like, dang, that's a good question. What does ColourPop does not perform like? Oh, and ColourPop doesn't perform like the Jaclyn Hill palette. We could go on and on with this, but you get my point. Anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into this video. I look like this. I really got bushy brows. I think I got it right today. Yesterday it was looking crazy. And then I'm gonna use these two shades here. They're from Zayo Cosmetics. They're the Sampler Foundation, and they're in 728 and 736. And I just mixed it so I like the way the color looks, pretty much. And I think this is perfect for anybody who's like learning how to do makeup. Anyway, so I'm getting ready today because I'm actually gonna be going to Sephora. And it's kind of weird because I don't usually go to Sephora. I just don't. I don't usually go to any makeup stores, really. At least I haven't in a while. So, but I want to go and pick this lip gloss up from Rihanna and do a DIY project on it. So be on the lookout for that. I thought it looked like a pretty cool project to start off with and really start kicking in with doing the DIY makeup projects. I don't know how it's gonna turn out since I've never made lip gloss before, but I've done some research, so let's see if my efforts were not in vain, right? I really like the way my skin is looking right now. It looks really good. Moving on. All right, then I purchased this palette here. This is from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is the Rose Gold Sunset palette. Anyway, I did kind of swatch some of the colors on here. You know, it was all right. I won't say I was like super impressed, but we're gonna start out this first color. Of course, there's no names on it. And I'm one of those people I could care less. I will say all the shades feel really soft. Not extremely soft, but they do feel soft. All right, so this is the first 4 shades. And let's see. Okay, so what, they swatching today, I guess. But the shimmer, maybe these are just light shimmers, I don't know. But those 2 colors, the matte ones, they're really pretty. Moving on to the next shade. This is kind of like a olive green, brown, bronzy color. Of course, you know, this one's super pretty. Yeah. They're not bad. They're not bad. I think I was just maybe a little deceived, but that's not bad. And then the last 2 shades here, these are so pretty. So pretty. Oh my gosh, I can see. I don't know if I want to be that dark today, but and totally see, wow, doing looks with that. This, maybe, I don't know, maybe I was having a bad swatch day. I don't know what I was talking about. Who knows? This is tricky business. Dang it, I'm gonna go with the pink color because I got pink on. Like, I don't wanna go to Sephora looking like I just put on my makeup, didn't have in mind, you know, what I was gonna be wearing. You know what? Forget it, we're gonna do it for the tube. Like we'll say we're gonna do it for the gram. I'm gonna do it for the tube. It didn't come out right. Okay, I'm cracking myself up. You have to understand that when you're sitting here doing your makeup by yourself, you're literally talking to yourself. So yeah, I don't really see a color that I would feel comfortable using as usual. So I'm gonna do what I normally do. I'm gonna go ahead and use this color here from Shea Moisture. It is Cecilia, one of their single eyeshadows, but it's discontinued. But I am working on panning it out. So, you know, we gotta use what we gotta use. I like the formula, I really do. I wish that they would bring it back out or put it in the face powder or setting powder or something. It's beautiful. It's like finely milled. It melts right in. It's just, Moving on, I'm gonna do something I usually don't do. And Some of these brushes are not clean. I'm just keeping it real with y'all because I did a video yesterday and I neglected to come back in here. I'm gonna put this highlight color here on my brow bone, and I actually never do that. Yeah, I can literally say like I never do that. But what I noticed about this color is it's very translucent. So I really liked the idea of using it for that. I could even see that using it as a highlight because it's so nice and translucent. It's not like a strong, bold gold color, even though that's what the swatch looked like. So I was really feeling that a whole lot. So you can like really see my skin, but it's just like, you know, I have a glow. Let me stop. Yeah, I'm literally entertaining myself. Yes, I am. Very much so. Thank you for noticing. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It's a very, it has like a camel, like when you think of those car seats that they're like the camel, the saddle look, that's kind of like what that looks like. If you know what I'm talking about. It's like a toasty, I guess you can say it's like an almond seed shade. How about that? And I'm using the Japanesque 835 blending brush. And I'm just blending this up until I can't see it anymore. Since I don't really have too many transition shades in here. I mean, they do, but you know what I mean. Like, but it's not about that. It's about working the color and learning how to make it look deeper in certain areas and blow it out in others. All right, so let me work this in my crease more. And right now I'm just trying to work it above my crease to really help give my eyes a shape. You know what's weird? It doesn't really give off a warm color like I thought it would. It looks more cool toned to me. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe the base isn't bright enough to really capture it. I'm gonna switch over to my Firma 201 brush. Yeah, it does, it's weird. It looks cool. It doesn't look as warm as it looks in this palette. Yeah, it's definitely leaning on the cooler side. Kind of surprised about that actually. Let me clean this brush off. I'm gonna move back to the Zoeva 335 Luxe Brow Light Dupe. I'm gonna go back into that same color, and I'm just wanting to bring it right like outside my pupil, like literally, like I want to stop it about right there. I'm thinking it might be the base. I think I might just need to use a brighter base with it so you can really see the color. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what it is. I'm gonna go back to the Firma brush so I can really deepen in this crease a little bit. And I'm gonna use a little bit of this burgundy shade. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. Only one way to find out. Yep. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. Yeah, deepen it in some, okay. It's almost not, it almost looks like the other color. That's what's kind of strange. Like that first color looks almost like this one, and this one looks much darker and definitely not anywhere as warm. And I'm basically trying to work this up a little bit so I can get this above my fold slash crease. You know what? I got an idea what I'm gonna do. Switch up the pink look just a little bit. I'm gonna take that same color we're using and I'm gonna use this brush to shape my eye. Bam. And I love brushes like this that are wide and rounded because you can really see like where you're placing it. There we go. And it really helps like shape your eye instead of like using a smaller brush. It makes sense because it goes along with whatever shape eye you have. Well, the shape of your eye. Period. That in the story. Same color still, which is that second to last color. Bam, there we go. Just trying not to go for a look, mad dark look, but oh, the temptation is always there. So far good, so far good. I'm really feeling this. Let me take that same color and I'm going to work that. Probably need to put more concealer on my lower lash line. I'm gonna wipe off the Firma brush and I'm gonna go back to this color right here. We can really smoke it out. And clean that up a little bit. Wiping off again. I'm gonna wipe off the Zoeva dupe brush, and I'm gonna use the last shade in the palette, which is that one right there. Just to like define my lower lash line, because a lot of times I feel like that can get lost in the sauce. And these are actually very pigmented and they go on very well. I'm actually kind of surprised. Yeah, just a little bit. I am a little surprised. I mean, I know the matte from Matte 2 palette works good, but it doesn't seem as pigmented as this one, which I'm kind of surprised. Then for the inner corner highlight, I'm gonna go with this color here. I just wanna see how this color looks. I'm not sure if I wanna use that on my actual lid in the center. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Yeah, this is definitely a rose. What is it, a rose gold? Yep, rose gold palette. Yeah, makes sense. Because it does have like very rosy type feel to it for the most part. And with the green, you know, for like the leaves and stuff like that. Ooh, and I'm tempted to just put that in the, you know what? We're testing out colors today, right? We're not just gonna use a few, we're gonna use quite a bit, why not? So let's go for this color right here and, and just go all out, why not? I wiped this brush off already and it's not wet. So yeah, good news, good news. And I'm gonna put this up just a little bit higher, like closer to the crease, so my eyes look wider. I'm gonna have to wet this. I can already see that. It's definitely pigmented. That's for sure. It's pigmented. Maybe not as much, but it's definitely pigmented. And I think this brush is making a difference. Oh my gosh, did I just how did that just happen? Oh my gosh, I literally just wiped it onto my lower lid. Bad idea. No worries, we'll clean it off with concealer. That's why I didn't want to do concealer first. So that might not be a bad look. All right, so I'm gonna be wetting my brush. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put some of that same color on, spray with my glycerin jojoba oil spray. Yeah, I think I just put way too much on the brush, so I need to be mindful of that because it's gonna get everywhere. And I'm just wetting the brush. I'm not applying any more on. Well, at least not on this side yet. And I'm just patting it on so I can be mindful not to continue having that same accident. Bold. All right, so I'm gonna go back to the second to last shade we were using so I can really like blend this in and hide all these wonderful marks or imperfections. And I'm going to go back to the Zoeva brush so I can really like clean this up. Let me tap a little bit of that last shade. Oh my gosh, this is maybe too dark. Yeah, this is the very, very last shade. I'm literally just like dapping. I'm not doing too much. I'm just literally just tapping into the color and that's it because I'm not trying to destroy the look. Let's go back to, going back to this brush. I haven't put anything extra on it. And I think I just want to do one extra thing or two. All right, and that is I want to take the same color I put in the center on the bottom lid as well. And I'm just gonna have to apply this wet because that's not going to, yeah, it's not gonna look the way I want it to look. There we go. It's pigmented and it's powdery. It's powdery, not in a bad way, but powdery, like when you touch it, it does start to separate. But not a whole lot. Not a whole lot either. It's just more so what you're picking up on the brush. I'm gonna go back to that warm color right there so we can really like blow out this bottom part. And no worries, we're gonna clean this up and make it look nice and perfect. Okay, I still think I need just a little something, so I'm gonna use this color right here. I'm just gonna tap my hand on it. My eyes look really dark, but it's all gravy. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to clean this up. And I'm gonna be using the Remo Mask Perfection in 430 medium. If you didn't do your eye look first, which honestly, if I would have known I was going this dark to begin with, instead of going the safe route, I wouldn't have put my foundation on first. And I'm gonna go to my favorite brush for blending out my concealer. This is Real Techniques contour brush, but I love using this to blend out my concealer. Wipe it off. The one thing I did not do is I did not add anything wet to the inner corner. So let me just try doing that with that same rose gold color. Yeah, there you go. Wet it just to get this to pop a little bit more because it seems like everything else is really popping. That looks really nice. I don't know how appropriate this is for daytime, but I doubt it is, but you know, it's all gravy. And I want to put a liner with it, a wing liner. It's probably gonna make it so over the top. All right, and for mascara, I'm gonna be using this Voluminous Superstar X Fiber Waterproof Mascara by L'Oreal. They're numbered. So this one has 1 and that one has 2 on that side. So I'm going to be using that. I don't know, it's something about L'Oreal's waterproof formula that I really prefer more than I do their formula that doesn't have waterproof. But it's so annoying to take off, especially if you want to wear mascara every day. So I really need to figure out what to use to remove this because olive oil, the coconut oil is not really working well. So I don't know, like something else I should be considering. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, why doesn't the other one act like this? The Lash Paradise, the non-waterproof formula. That's really sucks a whole lot. See, I want to be able to use a mascara and not think twice about buying lashes to put on and all that great stuff. That looks really nice. Makes me feel like putting green on the bottom, but to like make it look more smoky, but I don't really have green on and it would be dope because the colors go together, but I'm gonna just try a little something just because this is a fun testing. All right, I'm gonna use a little bit of that shade right there. I don't even know you're gonna be able to see it, but we'll see. And then I'm gonna go back to that. And then I'm gonna go back to that burgundy, berry, raspberry color. That's not a bad touch. It just makes it look more smoky, but that's not a bad touch at all. Let me go back to this firmer brush. I'm feeling that. Ooh. I really like the way it turned out. I'm going to the store. I thought it was gonna be too much, but I think that's great. I'm very surprised about this because I've been using this one a lot lately, and this is the Mad for Matte 2 version. And I wanna say, like, when I'm putting it on, it goes on just a little, what's the word? It's not as pigmented. It's just not. But it's great for if you like those all natural looks. At least that's how I've been using it. That doesn't mean that's the only way to use it, and that doesn't apply to all the shades. It's mostly just the ones I've been enjoying using up in this area, and probably that one. And maybe a little bit of that one. But you can, I need to switch up how I'm applying it because a lot of times it's how you're applying it, what type of brush you're using that'll give you a different effect. So, but with this one, I went in with the intention of not dusting it over. So of course it's not gonna look like that. I'm very surprised based on the swatches that I did the first time I received this versus how I'm applying it now, how it went on. And it looks really good. Like, that looks really good. I'm impressed with that. Let me go ahead and finish up my face and put on lips, and then I'll be back. All right, for lip liner, I'm gonna be going in with Chestnut from Wet n Wild. Ooh, this is so pretty. And I'm gonna be going with High Shine Intense Gloss from Wet n Wild. And this one is in the color Bitten Pink. Yeah, I would say it's a brownie pinky tone. And it's more pigmented than a typical lip gloss. Ooh, but I'm really liking this whole feel. I'm just gonna put a pop of color in the center, and I think I'm gonna go with this other counterpart, which is Naked Nude. And this has kind of a warm feel to it, even though it's like a beigey brown, but it's like a warm beigey brown. It kind of reminds me of Cork from Dose of Color, their liquid lipstick. I just wanted to do that to like lighten up the center just a smidget. All right, so I just want to say thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I definitely was very, very surprised with using this palette right here. It performed very well, surprisingly. It kind of gives you that ColourPop feel, almost like when you touch the matte colors. They kind of, you know, separate a little bit, or you can probably say that maybe for Anastasia, but I think Anastasia is a bit much. That one definitely has kickback. This doesn't necessarily have kickback in the palette. It's more so on what's picked up on the brush, if that makes sense, because even like looking at the palette, it's not all broken up. Let me show you here. Like looking at the palette, even all the colors are not broken up, but you can definitely see where I actually, you know, tapped it with the brush, and I have not wiped this palette off. It's still the same way. I haven't blown it off, wiped it off, anything. So, but it does, like I said, you just have to be mindful. Like literally you have to touch, you have to tap and touch, you know, apply and keep doing like that. Don't try to do it all in one swoop so you don't end up with color all over the place, especially so far with the two shimmer colors that I've used in the palette, which are, yeah, you know which one they are. Anyway, so if you purchase this palette and you love it, or you're thinking about getting it, definitely leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. And if you want to see a particular look with this palette as well, just let me know. I'll be glad to do it, because I was kind of surprised today. I think I kind of outdid myself a little bit. About to go outside and be looking bam. Anyway, I just want to say thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.